Ladies and gentlemen, tonight emoji as we welcome our trainers for tonight's presentation. Yes, Dr. TPS from India. He is going to speak on a topic that called contemporary ethics for leadership. That will be his topic for tonight. And I believe he is one of the great leaders, so I believe he knows all of the leadership's ethics. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity given me. Dr. TPS is all yours, sir.
Namaste, greetings. Thank you, my dear. Let me ask you a few questions. I don't think there is a point in talking without having some interaction, understand what is that you are looking for. Tell me what are the problems now uh, Liberia is going through. What are the problems that you are going through now? Let us give some practical look at what is happening around. What are the major problems that you are going through? You could unmute and then speak to me. Anybody can unmute and speak.
Yes, John Dixon, your hand is up.
Yeah, John Dixon. What is the major problem?
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Liberia is faced with a lot of problems, but educationally,
Okay.
our system,
Yeah.
our system is the problem for us. Since we left the 14-year civil 2003,
Yeah.
Liberia have not had a well-structured and functional system.
Okay.
The system that was functioning before the civil crisis, the civil war in Liberia, was temporary when the civil war came.
Okay.
So the generation of people that were trained by the then system, a lot of them were destroyed.
Hmm.
So we have had new breed of people, including myself. So we've noticed that moreover, you have a lot of high school graduates and they don't have the means to go to school because government have not been able to adequately provide those facilities. Government have not been able. As I speak now, Liberia has just a state-run university. That is the University of Liberia. So besides that, though there are one or two other universities that are owned by private institutions, makes it difficult for the less privileged. So like I said, we got a lot of problems, but educationally, our system has not been structured to suit the indigenous Liberians.
So the major problem is one is economy. You don't have
That's our
sufficient.
major problem.
Yeah, major problem is money because I understand the Ebola 2014. After that, what had happened was, and probably Liberia is not able to get sufficient investment from the people from different parts of the world because of corruption. Correct? I am sure one of
You
the
are you
biggest.
are right. You are right, doctor.
I am sure people in the United world, where the United Nation is doing a lot of activity, but whatever fund comes to the country, there are a lot of country which are have problems of civil war. There are problems of education. There are problems of poverty. There are problems of healthcare. Not Liberia alone. I think the biggest problem is the fund that comes is not being utilized properly, and that is one of the biggest problem. And you have problem for water, correct? You have problem for water. You have people getting exploited. Exploitation is because when somebody is trying to find the problems as their opportunity for self growth. Leaders are growing but people are suffering. So I think it is one of the problem, and therefore what will happen if economy is not distributed properly? The food is a problem, malnutrition is a problem. The next generation will have a lot of problems. What you want for the commodities, fuel, I think you have problem for fuel, not food alone. You don't have sufficient fuel, infrastructure. Therefore, you will have problem for diseases because healthcare is a big problem, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. See, poverty, corruption, youth unemployment, education facility, all these can be solved after a conflict, after a war, after a civil war, only when you have a strong democratic. And I think that is where the leadership, which the topic is very, very strong topic. You should have, the people should have, the youth should have all that ability to decide the leadership, because leaders are not ethical, they don't have ethics, the moral principles. So you need a real guidance for taking decisions and actions. I think youth is the most powerful. The contemporary problem theme, you only can write down not the problems. Now don't think about the problems. Now think about solutions. Problems everybody knows. I think there is no point in talking about. I was just asking because I read from the news, I read from the internet. Therefore, what is that to be done? Strengthen Liberia's political leadership through democratic, where you need to have an approach. The approach could be the anti-corruption measures. Identify what are the problems, where the ethics is going wrong. The topic is the ethics in leadership. Find out what corruption, where is it happening, who is eating the money. If some help comes from somewhere, are you able to enforce powerful decisions? Government is not transparent, they are not open, most of the things are not given public education. This is what we want, this is how much money we got, this is what we are doing with the help. That is not happening. Your resources, civil war is major problem in every part of Africa, not in Liberia alone. Only very small pockets there are no problems because you have lot of resources. All the resources now today assume you have the ability to control your resources. Everybody has got a uniform sustainable development growth. Everybody, growth is not some people and the rest are suffering. So empowering the citizens, support an independent media. Everybody has to make a report of what is happening here and there, strongly show to the world that this is what is happening, your own people. But I think there will be a problem for internet also, because economy is down, connecting to the world becomes a problem. So these are all some problems. What the improving the democratic process also will not happen if you are not able to communicate. The electoral reforms, transparent election, identify the public trust. Who are the people who can be, oh, I can believe this person. Identify those people whom you can believe and give them the power. That is political parties. We have in India the most democratic country, the largest democracy in the world. A small problem which happens in somewhere, the other fellow will find out this is the mistake, we will not allow. Encouraging political parties to develop a clear platform. The civil people have to understand the more competitive, accountable, responsible, ethical politics. And that is what the leadership in ethics. Identify education, training. Today the world is open. Anywhere, any people can learn. I am sure this is a platform in which we are learning. We can have not lectures, not conferences, not talks. After this, there has to be a set of youth who can identify what can be done. I have solutions. What is to be done is, don't wait for a conference and 10 people will join. Anybody, any one of you. You can see DrTPS, Pakistan. I am talking to a lot of people in Pakistan. Every one individual will come talk to me personally, understand what I am doing, what are the developments, what is happening. Because person to person, we can always connect. Otherwise, this is a program in which we have to organize, a lot of people have to come, put them together, create an opportunity to talk. It becomes a lecture. Understand basically people to people, talk individually what can be done. So every youth has to get into this, so that person to person it is understood. We can put it onto YouTube. So everybody looks at it. Oh, there is a great youth movement happening in Liberia, and somebody will come as a leader from there. So the training programs on ethical conduct need not be a conference, need not be a talk, need not be a programmed plan. Wait for 1 month. Every day, many people can do it parallelly. Lot of questions. You write down, these are all the questions. What are the answers? Not talk to one person. Talk to great leaders in different part of the country, different world, different people from different place, so that we understand, oh, there is one person who can communicate well, who is understanding, who understand politics, who understand policy. And I am sure your own people around your community, everybody will look at you and say, oh, there is a leader coming up, let us support him. So every individual, every person, look for development options. Don't tell the problems alone. Identify these are the solutions. May not come. Solution will not be individually easily coming. But capture solutions, identify, list down, talk to people, talk to the world, not one fellow. Talk to people from different country. Talk to people in US, talk to people in Japan, talk to people in China, talk to people in London. Lot of such discussion should happen. I am sure that is the first step in democracy, right? So you get lot of ideas. You can add all of them together. Different groups of discussion at different places. All different ideas from different people. Improve your ability to become a leader. First, some clean people should come with a leadership. The whole world should tell, oh, there is one person and he is the leader for us. In Liberia, if somebody wanted to contact, only contact him. So his interest, your interest, has to be shown with a lot of discussions. Then I am sure the international support like donor support, donor assistance, educational support, health support, knowledge sharing will happen. First knowledge sharing. Then foreign aid will come. Because today I don't know. None of us know who is this person, who are these people, whether they are good. Only that will come with a constant individual discussion. Not in a seminar where I will not get an idea about everybody. Your interest in knowing me, my interest in knowing you. Both should happen together. If both happens, then somebody will come with a solution. Somebody will give some idea. Somebody will give some, right, fund. First come with the knowledge sharing. Understand the problem. There is a very, very good solution available. What is fit for your solution, you only know. People from the world doesn't know. So understand, identify the problem, identify the solution. Work towards a stronger political leadership slowly. Therefore, your democracy becomes very strong. For which integrity, accountability, empathy, people should have, yeah, this person, I can, fairness, clean person, disciplined person, who has got courage. Leader should have courage. Courage not for fighting, courage for solving problems. Right? The community together should come, not individual, but individually discuss and then find out all the individual put together, join and then say, have a democratic election, create a strong group of people continuously, not once in a month, continuously, every day there has to be some people discussing with many people. So parallelly when you do, every day there will be 10-15 people talking, different country. Think about what are all the problems: social justice, equality, environment problem, water problem, technology, internet is not there, innovation, nothing new is coming up. All these problems you discuss, and that discussion is what cleans you. You understand, oh, this person is talking about this is how it is to be done. Understand all the problems and solutions, but how it has to be clean. Everybody has to be equal. The law has to be made. If somebody is not as per law, as per the responsibility, and the you have responsibility, this is what I am supposed to do for the country, but there is somebody who has got lot of right, this is my right, I must get. Most of the people will talk, government has to give me, government is not giving, government is not giving food, government is not giving education, government is not giving health care. But what are you doing? What are you doing to make the government strong? See, we have a great person who fought for India's independence, Mahatma Gandhi. He started his fight from Africa only. So Africa was the place where India learned how to fight, how to do strong disobedience. I don't obey government because government is not doing their job. I am sure not elderly people can do, not young people can do, youth can do that. Youth engagement in the leadership. So you need not lectures. You want a vision. This is what we want. Write down. My country from 5 years, this is what I want. What is that other people have done in different part of the world to make such change in the country? That is the mission. What others are doing, when you learn, it becomes mission. Action is more important. The action should start. I am sure a lot of people from different part of the world will train you. Some people can go to some other country for employment. Some people can come to some other place for work and study parallelly. And with that work and study, you come back to the country. Then you learn, oh, this country is doing like this. Sitting in your country, probably you will not be able to find solutions. You will have to travel. You will have to go out, go to different country, understand what they are doing. Engage in the governance and problems of your country sitting in another country. I cannot do it because I am not part of Liberia. If you are ready to come to different country and work there, make money. Lot of people work in Gulf, rich country like Gulf. India is a developing country, not a great country, right? So what is most essential is go to country where you can make money. Then the money doesn't have to come to your country. You can send money to your country because you are earning in different part of the country. I think you have lot of strength, lot of courage. You have to gain little bit of exposure working in different part of the world. This makes you most powerful. This makes you great. The nation becomes great. People become great. And when the people become great, the nation becomes automatically great. You are only an individual. Individual cannot do anything. Only when people have got great knowledge, that knowledge only can change the world. That is what honesty, integrity, accountability. You have got a transparency, cleanliness. Encourage your people to have good quality. Make everybody to become very strong. That is what is essential. I can tell this. I have recording this. It will be on YouTube. You can listen many times. That is what is essential. Send me WhatsApp on my number. I will send you all the points what I spoke just now. There is no point in sharing screen. What will happen? You will start reading. You will not listen. Now I want you to listen. Then get back to me on discussions individually. As I said, my telephone number is here. I'm sure people can get the telephone number from your friends. 950-20-38875 plus 91 is the code for the country, and then DrTPSASIKUMAR@gmail.com. You just type in Dr. TPS. Internet, you can see a lot of things. Today morning I was talking to Yes You Can International. I think through that contact only I am talking to you now. So that contact morning I was talking about a different subject. So every day I am talking to different people. All that is recorded. It's all available on YouTube. I'm sure you should look at it. Individually, people should come and then talk to me on YouTube. Comment when you see, so that people are looking at it. Liberia is interested. This is what should happen, right? So if you have any questions, I think you should ask. Discussion should happen, not lectures. Lectures have no meaning. That is why I asked the beginning the problem. I know the problem, but I want people to, you can understand English, you can speak English. It's a great thing. Not every country has got that ability, right? So you should talk to people, talk to everyone in the world. Then increase your visibility. You have a bigger world. You understand everything around you. That is most essential. Ready? You can ask questions. I'll be very glad. Yeah. Somebody has raised hand. Eric Kish. Eric Kish has raised hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the presentation. You actually did extremely well. And my question is, because I understand that if there is not all about the government, because majority of the citizens within the country feel like for the country to get better, to move on and be better to somewhere, it's all about the government. But it also based on the citizen set. And one of the things that you said that I want to give reference to, you said that we should identify problem as every individual of that country and then identify the situation. So now, as a citizen of the country, what you think that you need to do in order to impact the country? Because I believe that every citizen in the country, they got to impact the game. You have to give back to the country. So what can you do as a citizen in order to make a country?
Now, two things. Do you want to do it looking in the country and staying there? You want to come out of the country and work somewhere and make money and then come back to your country? Two options I was telling. Number one, do you have a regular good internet where you can learn a lot of things from different places? Are you able to connect to people, talk to them, get sufficient knowledge, become strong power of knowledge? I'm sure you can do wonders. Do you have money to have a computer? You have an internet? Many people can work from different part of the world. You can start your own people around you, train them. There are a lot of opportunity where you can do a lot of things if you are knowledgeable. So each individual, how much, what level you are, what is your skill, what is the attitude which you have, what is the opportunity which you have. Three things are essential. Attitude, yes, I am ready to work. Skill, you have ability to work. You can do computers, then you anywhere in the world you can work, because everybody is working on internet of things, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, fourth generation. I'm sure those who doesn't have problem to eat, you have a minimum fund for working, you can do a lot of things sitting in the place. Assume you don't have it. Get out of the place, go to some other country, work for some time, do a job, make that money, go back to your country. That is hard. Most of the developing countries are doing. If you look at it, 300,000 people from India goes to America. Many people go to Gulf because it is not a great country with a lot of money. So they go to different country, make money and come back. This is one of the method which you can use. You can go to different country. You have the resources, then get back. Your own relatives, you can take them there. but you have to be very sincere, very powerful, very very good, because the other places rules are different. You have a lot of problems, I know. All that problems you should not talk. You should only talk about, I am ready to work, I am coming to support you. Then earn money. That is the best thing which people should do. If you are not able to do what you want to do in your country, not everybody can go, but few people go, then you can support back your family. Correct? Because we need people with a lot of energy, a lot of courage. We have beautiful people from your country in sports. They play for some other country. If you are good in sports, you can play for some other country and make money. Yeah. John Dixon, you have something to ask. Some comments.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I quite honestly, your presentation have expanded my personal mindset, and henceforth I look forward to, and that's one of the reasons why I think it's always important to appear on this kind of platform,
Yeah.
because henceforth I look forward to becoming a change, let's say an agent of change. So whatever Liberia problem is, I believe in myself that I could solicit the support of people, their views, their ideas, like you. And quite honestly, I've written down your emails, your number. I'm gonna be on your back, and your expertise could help us together to change Liberia problem. I live in rural Liberia. If you have been following the different media platform, in December on the 26th, there was a tanker explosion from where I am, and donors came in. As we speak to you, young people are trying to get out this month, to protest against accountability, which is our major problem in this country.
Yes.
So I think it's important that those of us who are on this call, who are on this platform, begin to see ourselves as the agents that will bring the change that this country deserves. Because it is not as if Liberia is very poor. We have the resources, but the 75% of the population live below a minimum of $2 a day. So I personally got something. I got a book I'm writing, and once I'm done with that, I would like you to help me. And I call that the greatest nation that never happens. Basically, I'm talking about Liberia. We have all of the resources, but we've not been able to transition. We've not been able to progress because corruption is at the highest level in Liberia. We are the poorest country because of corruption. It's not good for us. So I want to say thank you for your presentation, and I look forward to serving as that agent that will bring change to Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Yeah, Arthur K. Jhala.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You presented well. Let me appreciate you for that. All right. You are actually a leader that is open to everyone, more especially sharing your email address with us and then telling us some key issues, that can make us to change the narrative of our country. It sounds so great. All right. Like, you know, leadership is very difficult, more especially in our country. And then talking about transparency, like my comrade just said, transparency in leadership. It is something that we as Liberians have to actually believe in and then be able to fight against corruption. Whenever someone is accountable for something, they should be able to give clarity on it. But if you have a leader or you have people that are not, thinking to change the narrative of your country or the generation, it sounds so difficult for the nation to change. So let me be able to appreciate it. You did well actually in your presentation, and actually to admit I grabbed a lot of things inherit, and then I know that I will be able to live by it. Yeah, Chief, I'm online. I'm just doing something. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for the
Let
breaking.
me ask one
Yeah.
question, Arthur. Who is
So,
the
yeah,
king in the forest? Which
he said
animal is the king of the forest?
The lion.
if I'm remembering correctly, right, the lion, right?
Yeah,
The lion is the king in the forest.
wonderful. Now let me ask a question. Who decided
Yes.
lion is the king of the forest? He is the leader of the forest.
Who decide
Yeah, who decides
uh,
lion
uh,
is the king of the
the
forest?
the animals around the lion or the
No,
animals in the bush decide that
they don't do a democratic voting. Everybody claps saying that this is the leader. Nobody does it.
yes, no
Correct?
one based on the
Yeah,
lion's strength, based on the lion's strength and the lion idea,
yeah,
make the lion the leader.
but why? Who makes lion a leader? Lion itself makes lion as a leader. The lion,
Absolutely.
the way the lion walks,
Yes.
the way the lion walks, and if somebody says, I don't agree you as a leader, lion will show that the leadership. So every one of you have that ability to become a leader. You should act like a leader. You should walk like a leader. You should speak like a leader. That is the ability of a leader. Leaders are not just chosen by selecting somebody on the. Leaders are selected by the way the leader is behaving. So you want to be a leader, everybody accept you as a leader only when you show the power of a leader. So you have to be very, very capable so that everybody will say, this is my leader. That is how the leader in the forest is selected. There is no ceremony. There is nobody keeps a crown on top and then say, this is my leader. No. They decide themselves, I am the leader. If somebody wanted to challenge me, come, I will show you whom I am. That ability each one of you should have. And then create small pockets in which you can become leaders, and then all of you together decide that, yeah, this is the person whom I will make as a leader. That should happen in the whole Liberia. That is what is essential. Yeah. Eric. Eric has shown the. Eric has shown.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
To your question on, because we're talking about what make lion a king of the jungle. We know the animal that go about voting, lion say, oh yes, I will make you the king of the jungle. But it's because of lion attitude. Lion
Yes.
always perceive in his mind that he can do it. No
Absolutely.
matter how you big, no matter how you small, he always believe in himself. It is because of lion attitude. So based on your attitude, sometimes believe in yourself, and then you can always be a conqueror. So that's how lion be the king of the jungle.
That is it. That is it. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Okay.
Edward.
Yes. So like what? Yes. Like what we just said. Based on the lion attitude, make the lion the king of the jungle.
Yeah.
Fine. But the mindset of some of our leaders today is to get there and enrich themselves. Since John did it and he was not accountable of it, I myself will do it and I will not be accountable of it. That is the mindset of our leaders today.
True. That's also true. Yeah. Edward wanted to say something.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for your presentation.
Yeah.
It has impacted me a lot. I got a question I want to ask. If you identify the problem and the solution,
Yeah.
what are some steps you can take in order to solve the problems? After you identify the problem and the solution, is that a step to take?
Yeah. That is what I said. You cannot solve the whole problem just like that. Small steps. I want to climb on top of the mountain. One step is not good enough. I must start small steps. So, one of the best method is you find out the problem. If there is one problem, split it into smaller problem. Identify each small steps in which you have to move. That is the way the project planning. You should have two things: project planning, program management. Write down. These are all what we are going to do. Circulate it with the people who wanted to join you. Create that awareness. Make a team of people. Nobody single individual can do. Create a team. The team should work. Maybe when don't look at the same problem. Identify small things which you can solve with a team of people. There are no individual who can work. Assume 10-15 people are there, all of you put together. Like, I've got an institute called Social Craft Foundation. Social Craft Foundation. So everybody joins together in Social Craft Foundation, put together under this umbrella. We are going to do this. Is being led by people from different parts of the world. These are all our advisory board members. Put together inside that organization should have a strong international standing. Put people from international standing. I'm sure education can change. You can travel. Somebody will sponsor. All that should happen. You have to find out which is the next nearest country where you can go. Don't go to too far away because it will cost. Go to the neighboring place inside Africa, from one country to another country. See whether you can have a peaceful place where all of you can join together once in a while. One university is a one good place where many people can join together, think what we can do together. Create a team of people who will learn, who will discuss, who will understand, who will talk to the top leaders of different countries, talk to them, connect to the different countries. Then your voice will go to United Nations, right? Then you will have a power. Many people will know, oh, this is the person whom I should give one challenging job to get into somewhere else. That can be from different ways of attempting all this. Not one person should give a solution, not one solution, many path. I have to go from here to here. Don't look one path, it may get cut. Take all the different options, many path to lead to the place. That is most important. Wonderful question, Edward. I'm so happy. Yeah, I
Thank
think,
you, sir. Thank you very much.
yeah. Amadani Kamara. Yeah. He has raised hand. Amadani. Amadana. Amadena. 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 You know what is the time here in India? 1:20 a.m. Midnight. Yeah, somebody has to unmute and speak.
Okay, Doc.
Yeah.
Let me say thank you. It takes bravery and a courage
Thank you so
to
much.
become a leader.
Thank you so
And
much.
truly, you have proven to us truly a leader who is willing to make sacrifices. Um, back to the issue of the lion, there are few characteristics of a lion that makes the lion to become a leader.
Yeah.
And the first thing is the lion's bravery.
Self-decided.
You know,
Self-decided.
the lion believes, though the lion is not that stronger than all the animals in the jungle, but the lion believes that I am the only person who is able to overcome all of those challenges that the other animals are faced with. And
Correct.
the next thing is the lion has self courage.
Correct.
So I just want to use this medium, this platform, like I said previously, to call on fellow colleagues, to call on fellow students here, fellow participants, that let us start to see ourselves, as a leader, but that we would have summoned the courage of taking steps against what is not right. And the first thing is we need to have self-discipline, because you you can't want to be a leader, or you can't say you're a leader and you go back into the same thing you come to speak against. No, it does not bring any change. So the first thing I would like for all of us on this call to do is to begin to see ourselves as leaders. And the first thing we need to exercise is to have the self-discipline, be willing to speak against what is not right, and be willing to bring the change. And that change must start with each and every one of us. So that I want to say a very big thank you.
Thank you.
I'm honored. It's a privilege to, be a part of this platform. And like I said, I'm always going to be at your back. You know, your experiences. Trust me. I'm not going to give you. I'm going to really be a kind of tough time to you because there are a lot I think I can achieve from you to help make Liberia the place that it needs to be. So thanks a lot. We really do appreciate.
Thank you. God bless you. Hope we will see
So,
somewhere sometime.
as for me, I already email you. So I think if you check your email, you're gonna see my message.
Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, Tata, bye bye.
Okay, thank you. We
Thank
gotta be
you.
very careful. I raised an issue here against sexual harassment for grades in high school. I'm very against it in Lower Sunday. Other people came out, some instructors came out, oh, he graduated from this institution like this. I said, yes, but we should stand for the right. The right is all what we have to stand for. I run my own organization here in Lofakande called Hope Foundation Liberia. So, as a leader, you should know when to do things and how to do it. Money should not carry you because if money carry you, definitely your dream is going to die down.
Correct.
So that is just my piece of advice and experience.
Correct. 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 Wonderful. I think here there are 10 people. Each one of you can make another 10 people. You will have 100 people to the president. That is what people should do. 10 people here, make another 10, it becomes 100. So increase your people around you so that each one of you become leader for another 10. They add another 10. So it should go like a chain. That is the method to increase your power and ability. Good enough?
All right, thank you. I just wanted to make the buttress on about the leadership. One of the things that every leader should be able to get is we should use the STAR techniques. The STAR technique has to do with the X is the situation, the T has to do with the tax, and the A has to do with the action, and the R has to do with result. Every one of us must be able to produce result to prepare ourselves. Every leader must use these techniques to be able to meet up their goals and or targets. If we don't take action for things that we need to do as a leader to move our entity or country forward, their mission will keep bringing us down, keep putting us doing in the trenches and others. So we have to take action. We have to learn how to solve situations. We have to learn how to take tasks at hands. Many things that make leaders upset by is tax. Tasks keep when tasks are being given to us to implement, we create reluctance to everything. We don't want to do it, we don't want to take action. So I just want to buttress in that direction to say we need to use the STAR techniques to be able to solve situations and problems.
Well, we are all great people in here with a lot of great thought. Yeah, and I get it the inspiration. So we all should understand that as an aspiring leader or who want to be a leader, you should understand that you are influencing the life of many people. So the question here is to everyone: how are you influencing the life of that people? Are you influencing them positively or negatively? And as a leader, you should know that you are serving as a role model as well. So you should always influence that person life in a positive direction. Always influence that
Good.
person life in a positive direction because you are serving as well. So thank to our presenter. I learned a lot and I can see more ideas coming, more thought, and I also learning. So I appreciate for your time being here and it was really impactful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So, bye bye.
That we are coming up with. We are still discussing it as an administrators that we're going to have a project by implementing at least one or two projects for the institution just to bring our institution for one spoke. We want to say thank you ever so much for being here, and we hope to see you on our next section.
Thank you.
Or do you have any question that you want to? Yes, do you have any question that you want to raise, or any other recommendation before we end the meeting? Is there any questions or recommendation, if possible? All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not just a question. I want to answer a question that my fellow were asking on how to influence a team. How can a leader influence a team? One way is through effectiveness and delegation of tasks.
Correct.
That is, we have to take
Correct. Correct. Correct.
projects
Wonderful.
and
I
responsibility
think
at
here there
stake.
are 10 people.
In every
Each one of you can
leader,
make
we should
another
be
10
able to be
people.
effective. We should be
You
able
will
to
have
take, be
100 people
dedicated
here.
to our taxes,
That is what
and they
people should do.
must be able to
10 people
must be
here,
able to
make
lead
another 10,
with
becomes
example,
100.
so that
So
we can be
increase
able
your
to influence
people around you. So
those
when each
who
one
we
of
are
you become
leading.
leader for
Our
100,
words are mattered,
they add
our
another 10.
attitude,
So it should go like
our
a chain. That is the
solving
method to
problems
increase
are
your
all matters
power and
as
ability.
the leaders, so that can be able to influence
Good enough?
who you are leading.
All right. Thank you ever so much for that contribution, and we hope that each and everyone will work to that particular recommendation. Yes. Yes, Eric. Is there any other thing you want to say?
After my brother, thank. I will not like really asking question. I'll make a statement, but thanks for the clarity as well.
All right. Thank you ever so much. Then to everyone, we can now go into the evaluation groups and submit our evaluation. Thank you ever so much for what you learned today. In a 3 paragraph, just explain what you understand from the presentation. Yeah, Dr. PTS, we want to say thank you ever so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Tonight we have one of great leaders, aspiring leaders for that, and in hail from India. With that so much being said, let me read some of his portfolio at least for 1 or 2 minutes, and we go to our program. Yes. Tonight we have a great man on a mission is to redefine the learning patterns in today's generation. He took breath in
Good.
Northern Kano Carillas in 1964 and studies in the village school. During his A standards, he was put into for being a by student. He passed secondary education from his village school with just second class from primary college. He passed pre-degree equivalent to present day 11
Thank you.
what in the second class he
Thank you so much.
started
So bye
validator
bye.
have no Dr. TPS, welcome, welcome. Thank you ever so much for the time spent with us. I don't know whether you have a PDF file to share with the participants.
We'll do that. We will keep writing and
All
then
right,
thinking,
well,
thinking and do that. Yeah.
I think that will be necessary. Also, we want to say, I don't even want to say to you, thank you ever so much for